Sup flappers, welcome to the third video for the Zhongli giveaway. So make sure to look out for this video's keyword throughout the video. Also, if you want to win the giveaway, you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel as well as join my Discord. The rules to this Zhongli giveaway will be detailed in the giveaway channel on my Discord, so make sure to read through it thoroughly prior to entering. Anyways, today I want to talk to you all about the new domain and whether or not you should be dumping all your resin into it. Are the new artifacts worth it? Or are they just slight upgrades that you can likely skip? Now, the reason this is going to be important is because getting an entire new set of artifacts is not going to be cheap. If you have not seen it yet, I have spent 3,000 resin on artifact farming for this new domain, and I was able to walk away with a decent set for the Pale Flame and a half decent set for the Millelith. It's a steep investment that most players will not be able to afford currently, and we'll be grinding these sets out over time. So maybe I can save you thousands of potential resin spending over here. So let's get into the video. Now, let's get one thing out of the way. First, are these new artifacts good? Yes, they are. But the question is, how much better are they compared to the currently available alternatives? So let's look at the Pale Flame set first. The Pale Flame is obviously a physical damage artifact set. So the 4-piece would be best used for units like Keqing, Zhongli, Razorfish, and of course Eula when she does come out. These units are able to consistently upkeep the 4 set effect and get that additional 18% attack bonus. However, my question is, how different is the 4 set effect compared to the 2 set Bloodstain and 2 set Pale Flame? Because realistically, while an additional 18% attack is great and all, have you considered how much additional farming it would take to get a decent 4 set Pale Flame? Whereas if you were to already own a great 2-piece Bloodstain, whether you have been running physical carries previously or you got them as byproducts from farming the insanely popular Noblesse Oblige set, ultimately what I have noticed is that getting the 4-piece Pale Flame set is really a marginal upgrade comparatively to the 2-piece Bloodstain and 2-piece Pale Flame. And at times it did feel that the 4-piece Pale Flame was actually inferior to the 2 and 2 set, such as in the Abyss Floor 11, you may find that using your elemental skill to upkeep the 4 set Pale Flame effect can be problematic. However, the 2 Bloodstain 2 Pale Flame set, while losing out on the 18% attack bonus, has no hassle and has the 50% physical damage bonus at all times. The difference in resin you have to spend to complete a 4 set piece is outrageously high. Even with 3,000 spent, I barely have a decent 4 set piece for the Pale Flame. Furthermore, do realize that while physical DPS units are favored in the Abyss right now, this preferential treatment is just temporary. Unless Eula turns out to be some sort of physical DPS god and single-handedly makes physical DPS able to compete with Melt or Vaporize, it's going to be difficult recommending people to dump resin into this particular domain. From what I can tell, the 4-piece set effect, even when active, is not even noticeable. I mean, the stats are definitely there, it's just I wouldn't be able to point to and say, oh, hey, look, there's that 18% attack from the Pale Flame set. And from what I feel, it certainly isn't worth thousands of resin to farm for it. So for people who want to take advantage of the new physical damage Abyss buff, 2 Bloodstain and 2 Pale Flame works perfectly fine. I would even say for Eula, it will be no problem as well. Anyways, now let's talk about the Millelith set. Now hear me out, really. I don't think this set is absolutely necessary for Zhongli. Now hold up, I know, and I am saying this as someone who uses Zhongli in every aspect of my gameplay. So the thing is, my current Zhongli build is the 2-piece archaic petra and 2-piece noblesse oblige, which is the standard support Zhongli build. And when I switched over to the 4-piece Millelith set, obviously my Zhongli's burst skill took a big hit, but supposedly it's so I can translate more power and protection over to the rest of my team, right? So taking power away from Zhongli himself and reapplying damage and utility elsewhere on the team. But the thing is, due to my Zhongli's elemental skill being level 8, it's quite rare to not have the shield readily available. And I know there are some mad lads out there who have even crowned Zhongli's elemental skill So to them, this will also be a non-issue. Remember, if you are constantly able to tank through the entire shield duration without the shield ever breaking, all the extra shields are just being wasted. Currently, only in the Spiral Abyss do my shields not time out due to skill duration. And even then, I do prefer having more damage in my burst skill rather than dispersing damage to the rest of my team. And of course, I am biased in this regard due to my Zhongli being at Constellation 4. So, first and foremost, the keyword for this video is going to be potato. Now make sure to include it in your comments below. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So, let's talk about people whose Zhongli is at Constellation 0 or 1. Is this set going to have far greater value over the 2-piece archaic and 2-piece noblesse set? And the answer would be yes. This is due to people under C2 not being able to refresh their Zhongli's shield with their burst skill, which would make the 4-piece Millelith set additional shield strength much more valuable. Overcapping on shields is something most people completely disregard while playing the game, and while it not being a detrimental mistake that ruins accounts per se, it's still worth knowing that if you are above Constellation 2, you likely can forego the need to farm for this new artifact set. For those under C2, this new set can definitely help you with not refreshing your shield as often while still relaying a lot of power to the rest of your team. But in all honesty, you can probably get away with not needing to farm for this new set even if you are under Constellation 2. The previous 2-piece archaic and 2-piece noblesse is still a solid choice, and I will likely stay with it unless there is a specific situation that calls for the Millelith's increased shield endurance and damage buff to carries. And that's going to be it for this video, people. I hope this will help some of you in deciding whether or not you will be dumping an insane amount of resin in grinding the new domain, whether immediately or over time. As we all know, domain grinding is like a marathon, and completing a set likely won't happen overnight. But do know, if you don't end up getting the entire set for either of these new artifacts, it's fine. They are good, but not must builds for anyone. And current alternatives are available and very powerful. So with that said, I will be taking my leave, but do remember to subscribe, as if you want to win the giveaway, you have to be subscribed and you have to be a part of my Discord. So until tomorrow's video, everybody, I do urge everyone to stay safe and peace.